Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. This is East Tennessee Music Scene on the Rise. I'm Scott Thomas. This is Bobby Moore, and we are with a brand new group. Common Interest. Is that correct?
Yes.
Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Awesome.
Well, would you guys like to go out live here and introduce yourselves and what you do?
I'm Lila Satterfield, and I play lead guitar.
I'm Caden. I play drums.
I'm Colette Lucas, and I sing and play rhythm guitar.
And I'm Ryan Peruski, and I play the bass guitar and background vocals.
You guys are extremely young.
Yeah.
What are your ages here?
I'm 16.
I'm 15.
16.
17.
Well, we're great to see up-and-coming musicians, always, as we hope for the future. So, what kind of music do you play, genre-wise?
We typically stay in like the indie rock genre. We do a lot of covers, like some 80s stuff and more contemporary indie stuff. We have a few originals.
Yeah, I write some songs.
What are some of your musical influences?
I'm really into, especially right now, like Led Zeppelin, Jimmy Page, the Eric Clapton, just like older like blues, and I'm into like the funk fusion, like Pigeons Playing Ping Pong, and all of that type of stuff.
I'm more of a 80s rock guy. My dad introduced me to a lot of the bands that I like Rainbow, Deep Purple, a lot of the older bands like Ozzy Osbourne, all that stuff. But I'm also into like 90s grunge, Soundgarden. Who else? I also really like Green Day.
I was hoping he was going to say something like Guns N' Roses, Def Leppard, or something like that. The 80s bands.
He likes what he likes. You can't.
And did you notice he said older bands?
I don't know.
That's stuff we grew up with.
Well, I mean, my dad's older, so.
I think he was taking.
Oh.
I think he was taking a little jab at
Oh.
us, actually.
Oh, man. Right to the heart.
I grew up from my dad showing me the Beatles, and so I was always a Beatles person, and I also love a lot of 70s stuff. And then I also listen to a lot of like modern, like underground artists. You probably wouldn't know who they are. I just have to be cool like that.
Are you being mean?
No. I just listen to a lot of stuff that isn't heard. A lot of the musicians that I like got famous off of YouTube. So like Dodie and Cave Town and Chloe Moriando, those kind of people.
Cool.
And see, by you throwing stuff like that out there, maybe you'll be able to get them some more viewers because people are like, who is that? I'll check that out. And be as cool as you know, because they're listening to it also.
Yeah. Not only do we like to promote locals, we do anybody. If you like them, mention them on the show. People that watch will inevitably go out and search them, like Bobby said, and get more out there.
And finally, so when I was young, I played a lot of video games. I have a lot of video game influence from the Sonic games, and now I'm playing through the Persona games, and I love the soundtracks from them. But when I got older, my dad started playing me, like his favorite band is Led Zeppelin, and I got to listen to Led Zeppelin and a lot of those blues rock bands, and I got into Rage Against the Machine and Metallica and Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I got into a lot of funk, and I got into a lot of the metal music. So now I'm basically, my two main genres are funk and metal. I love both of them, and I mean, that's about it.
So all those are kind of, for all of you, they're kind of just your starting point for your original music that you write. So you put a little bit of all of that into what you write?
Yeah.
Who's the, so you do most of the writing for the original stuff, right? Or no, she does.
I write like lead guitar stuff, but CJ's typically gives us all like a bass.
Yeah, I basically just like write a song and then I come and show them, and then they all write their own parts for it, for what would sound the best.
That's cool. Gives it a collective feel. So you're all playing what you love and putting it out there the way you want to put it out there.
Yeah.
How long have you been together as a group?
July.
I think we started in July, and we had a different bassist. And then when did you join?
Oh, jeez. Maybe November? Wait, no.
October?
I think it was November.
November.
Did you play anything in Halloween season with? No.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
So it must have been November.
Yeah, and
Oh,
yeah,
I thought
we've been
September.
together, I guess, collectively since November.
But we all knew each other from School of Rock. I met
Yeah.
Lila 3 years ago when I first joined, as well as Caden.
Yeah, and we've done some summer camps with CJ, so that's how we met her.
So you guys are all out of School of Rock.
Yes.
Yeah.
They produce some amazing musicians. I mean,
Yeah.
we've had you've had quite a few of their shows up here in the School of Rock people.
Yes, and you guys were
Shout out to you guys, big time.
they were instrumental in opening up for a couple of shows that Chris, our promotion partner, put on right here on this stage. And always great to have young up and coming bands put out their music and show the talent that comes out of places like School of Rock or the Maryville Rock Academy, all the local stuff that people around here would know more about. But off camera, I heard you guys play different instruments throughout your sets. So
Yes.
one of you might be playing guitar on one song and you might switch to another instrument for another song, or like do kind of like a round robin sort of thing,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. I mean, there's not a lot of bands out there that will do that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think School of Rock really just got us in the habit of just being ready for whatever we have to do. So my main instrument is definitely guitar, but because of that I can also kind of play bass, and I'm trying to learn the drums, but it's definitely not good. I'm doing my best.
I've made an attempt myself, and I'm just like a monkey with a stick beating on a barrel.
Yeah, literally.
And I started as a drummer before I was a bassist. So
Yeah.
I started at School of Rock playing drums. It wasn't until about another 6 months before I picked up the bass.
I started as a drummer, still the drummer, but also maybe when I was 9 or 10, I also started learning how to play guitar. And then once I got to School of Rock, I was able to play guitar as well in that, but also picked up bass guitar. And so I
He also used to sing.
used to.
Used to.
Don't do that.
I remember that.
Oh, I like the way she says used to. Like they just squashed your part on the vocals. Like, nope, not happening.
No, I'm okay with not singing.
So have you guys played anywhere out lately, or in the last however long that you've played together?
Yeah.
Last year.
Last year. We haven't had any shows this year, but we play a lot at the Beard and Brickyard, and
Okay.
in 2 weeks, on January 29th, we're playing at Orange Hat Brewing in Hardin Valley, where we've played there before. And then the next day, January 30th, we're playing at Hexagon Brewing.
Oh, cool.
We've played at Hay Bear Cafe, and where else have we played?
We played that show Loudon.
Yeah, we played at the Loudoun County Historic Theater.
Played Hard Knocks.
Yeah, Hard Knocks Pizza.
Fall Festival.
Yeah, we played
Farragut.
Farragut Fall Festival. A lot of different places just in this area.
That's cool.
So have you guys done any type of recording together?
Not as of now. We're planning. We have a good amount of original songs that we're hoping to eventually record and get together as an EP, probably.
We had a good conversation last week with a really good recording studio, VR Music Group. So if you guys are interested in recording, they may be somebody to hit up. Or like Belfast, they record with Sequoia Studios. So there's some good recording studios out there. Or if you just want to do the DIY recording, it's just as good lately or these days as anything else. As long as you can get your tones and your sound right
Yeah.
to the way that you want to hear yourself.
So how does it feel having parents that support you so much, being so young and letting you get out and do this, put you in School of Rock and all that? Do you feel like you owe them a lot?
Well, first of all, I can't even drive yet, so they're the ones that are getting me to all my gigs. So, I mean, without them supporting this, I literally could not do anything because I would have no way to get anywhere. So,
Yeah.
It's a good thing to have support systems out there to promote you
yeah,
just the way parents do.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, they're definitely very supportive, and they help get us going and all that. Like, they book a lot of our shows, and I just turned 16 like 6 or 7 months ago. So before that, I also they had to drive me everywhere, and it's nice having that support there and knowing that they will go out of their way to support and help you do what you want to do.
So, I was just trying to get, help you guys out and get you some brownie points there with the parents so you can throw it out there. Oh, I love mom.
My parents have always been really supportive. I played music like before school rock, and I wasn't really into it. Like, I played guitar and I was in orchestra for a while, but my mom's always, both my parents have always been supportive of me playing instruments. And now that I'm in School of Rock and I love what I'm doing, and that I'm in this band and I love what I'm doing, it's even, they're even more supportive now. And I am able to drive myself, but before that same situation here, my mom and my dad had to drive me everywhere. And I lived in Maryville. I lived like 30 minutes away from School of Rock, so a lot of that, it was a lot of driving on their part. So I'm really grateful to them for doing that. And I'm glad that I'm able to do that myself now, so I don't have to.
Take a little bit of pressure off of them.
Yeah.
And you guys are playing music that your parents can relate to,
Yeah.
which is really good. Since you've already said that you got your influences from the stuff that your parents listened to.
Yes.
So that makes it that much better for them. And that could mean they're even more supportive of what you guys are doing on stage because they love the music.
Yeah.
They love your covers. They would love your original music. And it's just kind of great that parents will get out there and support young musicians, because these musicians are the future.
Yeah, it's definitely really nice to like play a song that everybody knows, and then you look into the crowd and like your parents are singing along, or like just people that you don't even know that are just watching, they're singing along. It's a really good feeling.
Yeah.
Do you find that the crowd also sings along or listens intently to your original stuff?
Yeah. I think so.
I'd say that.
Because there's a lot of people out there that will relate to music from the past.
Yes.
But if you can connect them with music that you're currently writing, it makes it that much better.
I've had a lot of people like come up to me and tell me that my original songs are really good, and that feels really nice.
Now, your lyrics and things like that, does it come from, like every band we talk to has one way or another of writing their songs. So it's either personal experience or world and current events or things like that. Is that sort of what you guys write about in your originals?
Yeah, pretty much. It basically just like comes from my life, and then sometimes I like to write about other people's experiences, because sometimes that's like my way of relating to other people. Like if they have something that I can't relate to, I write about it so that it's kind of like I can be in their place and understand where other people are coming from.
That's a good way to write a song, because you want people to relate to what you're writing.
Yeah.
And you could make up a character, like bands that we've interviewed before, and say, John did this or that. Along with your song, you kind of go through the life of John or whatever.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm making that up.
It's got to be a challenge to, you're all still in school, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you got the School of Rock, and then the band. And it's got to be a challenge to juggle everything. How do you deal with all that?
I mean, school is always my top priority. So definitely, I will always focus on that. Like when I get home, I'll just try. I don't have that much free time because I'm always either playing guitar at a rehearsal for some band or School of Rock, or I'm just doing homework. And it's after I'm a very habitual person. like to have a schedule for everything, and as long as I have a schedule for that, it just kind of comes fairly easily.
I'm like the complete opposite. I have a hard time in school, and I struggle a lot in school. And my brain just like is just wired creatively. So yeah, I try really hard at school, and then like music is kind of like my outlet, and keeps me motivated.
Which is a good thing.
Yes.
For me, school comes super easy. Don't really have to study for a test.
You don't have to brag.
Don't really have to do anything. You know, also not getting much homework right now, so I can really just put all my time to music, put it all to my school music, because I'm part of the marching band there and the indoor percussion. I play quads for the indoor, and we're nationally competitive. We were one of the top groups in the U.S. Last year, before, you know, Corona and everything happened. We were supposed to go to World Championships. So that takes a good chunk out of my time, because we rehearse a lot. It's very strenuous. But whatever time I get, it's mostly music or just relaxing. So
You gotta have time to just for yourself anyway.
yeah.
Yeah.
And as for me, so a lot of what people struggle with in high school, I think, is that time management thing, as you say. For me, it's just really, I don't know, it just comes way easier to me. And I'm sort of like Lila. If I have a schedule, I can go by that schedule and I can get things done. And that's, I think, a lot of the problem. It's the time management, and I'm really good at the time management. So I think that my ability to do that is enabling me to be able to have School of Rock, and to be able to have other bands, or be able to have, you know, my own time. And I think it's a really important skill to have. And like Lila said, my first priority is definitely school, but I'm able to do more than just that, luckily.
So the band name, Common Interests. How did you come up with this?
Who wants to tell the story?
I would love to tell this story.
Okay.
So, how long do you think we were together? Like 2-3 weeks, maybe.
We had
like a show coming up real soon, and so we had to think of a band name, and we're like throwing out some like random suggestions, and we're like,
to be Beans.
yeah, we even had Beans. So our old bassist, his name was Parker. He was like, what are some of our common interests that we all share, so that we can like make a name off of that? I don't know who said it. I mean, we were just like,
yeah,
what about just common interests?
Yeah.
And
Me.
it was you?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Taking all the credit for all the names and all the words.
Yeah. So
I picked the last band name too. Not to brag.
Yeah. So that's basically how we came up with the name.
Yeah.
It was just like, well, we wanted to just say what our common interests were, about just common interests.
Yeah. We just
Play
thought
on
that was
words,
more fitting.
but it also relates to you guys, because you have a common interest in playing music.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you can see I spent a lot of time trying to figure out the name.
It was just kind of funny, because we had a show before we had even practiced as a band, and it just kept getting closer and closer, and we don't have a name. We have no idea. We would spend like 30 minutes, an hour just at our practices trying to figure out names, and we could not do it.
I'd say that's probably one of the hardest things to do, is come together as a group with a name that you all liked.
Yeah, it definitely is difficult.
We all have a common interest.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That is a perfect name for you guys then.
So how long have you guys been playing?
I've been playing guitar for probably about 5.5 years, I'd say. I had lessons with an independent guitarist, and for about 1.5 years before I did join School of Rock, and then it just kind of got me really into it.
I've been playing drums for like almost 10 years, I think, now. Started when I was really young. I was technically too young to take lessons, but I guess I was just that good or something. Not to brag, okay? Not to brag, I swear. But, and then, when did I start learning guitar? I think I was 10 when I started really learning guitar. And then when I started bass when maybe I was 3 or 4 years ago.
Cool.
So,
Truthfully, it's not bragging if you actually have the talent for the instrument. So
It's not
it's just
bragging if you can back it up.
it's
That's
just
what,
telling
that's what
people
my guitar
that you've
teacher
done
always
this,
says.
and you could be 3 years old and sit there and pound on the drums, and you could be good.
yeah.
But go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted you. Yes, thank you.
I have been playing guitar for I think 9 years now, and I've been singing since like I was like 2. So I've always loved singing, and I've always known that that's like what I wanted to do. So
I love singing too. In the car,
I've
in the
never heard
shower,
her sing
by
before.
myself,
I want to hear
where
her
no one
sing
else
so
can
bad.
hear.
She won't let me hear her sing.
No, I cannot sing
She also writes songs, but she won't show them.
without lyrics
You're
because I can't sing.
You're just stingy.
Yes,
That's all it is.
Singing reveal at 1 million.
stubborn.
One of these days, you'll get her to do something that she's not comfortable with doing. And
Yeah.
She's gonna walk out of the shower with like a towel wrapped around her. You three are gonna be standing outside the door.
we heard you singing.
Okay, so as I mentioned before, I've tried music before. I tried piano at a young age. I didn't like piano. I tried orchestra at a young age. I didn't like orchestra. I tried guitar also, and I didn't like guitar. But then when I went to School of Rock, I was about 14 years old. And that's when when I started playing drums, I loved it. And I guess the method that was they were teaching, I guess. The method just worked for me, and I really got to enjoy what I was doing because I was playing the music that I love, and I think that made a huge difference. So that was about 3.5 years ago, but I've been playing bass for about 3 years. I've had decent bit of experience with music before then, just not to passionate level, I guess, to say.
You always got to do what you love. And if you don't love it, then you're going to put it down, and you're never going to do it again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I had problems with that before, but now I can't put it down.
That happens whenever you get addicted to an instrument. You're just like, I got to play it, got to play it. Like with this guy playing guitar. When he's at home, playing.
And still suck.
Hey, you're better than I am. I can't play it. I
Been
can't
playing
play it.
since I
Lick.
was
I get that wherever I go.
12 or 13. I'll be 44 in April, and I've never taken lessons or anything. I just picked up and started playing one day, learning other people's stuff. It was fun.
I mean, if you enjoy doing it, why stop?
I'm kind of like you. I just play in the shower.
Yeah. Ruin all my guitars.
Well, he plays in the shower with his plug-in amp, so he's lucky he's not been
I get
electrocuted.
constantly. But yeah, I love hearing the passion you guys, just going up, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what you do in the future.
Hopefully we'll see you guys out more often and more places.
Yes.
Yes.
Bigger and bigger venues with more and more people, hopefully.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
As long as we can manage the COVID issues.
Yeah,
with
definitely.
the restrictions and things like that.
Definitely makes it hard to get shows.
It puts a damper on shows and almost everything involving the music scene or entertainment in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really
So
is.
once that starts to kind of fall on the wayside, we can actually get back to everything we love.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since me and Bobby have been on stage doing things like this, and I'm glad to be back. It's great to meet new bands, new up-and-coming bands, bands that have been together for long periods of time. I mean, we just love to put everybody out there.
Yeah.
And hopefully soon we can, after all this is done and over with, maybe we can find a little space to put you guys to. Maybe do a little bit of booking ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have
Right.
some booking chops. This guy's been doing it longer than I have, but we try.
We're trying. So we just do it to help the bands. That's what it's about. People
We
like
appreciate
you,
it.
and like I said, you guys are awesome. Because like I said, I just love the passion. I love seeing upcoming bands. I want to see what your future holds for you, and what you guys all turn 18 so you can tour. Unless your parents really have, that much passion for you, they'll take you.
See if they'll rent you a large RV, like a tour bus, and you can go out.
That would be amazing.
That would be, yeah.
That may not work out for them, but you can be like, hey, help us out.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hopefully someday.
Do you guys have social media presence?
Yeah.
Yes. Who wants to do that?
It's underscore, right? Underscore.
Yes.
Underscore.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
It's common interest _ band.
Yes, that.
Facebook page, I'm pretty sure it's just common interest band.
Is it all one word? Or?
I think it's more than one word. I made it as common interest _ band, and then it was changed. So common interest band.
So people
You'll
could just
find us-
search you on Facebook as common
Yeah.
interest and it'll
Yeah,
pop
we
up.
got
Anything on YouTube?
Yes.
Do we have?
Yeah, we have a
We have
YouTube.
YouTube. It's just common interest, and we have some
Some
videos
live
from
footage.
show.
Yeah.
And for those of you who are watching this, scroll down if you haven't heard what they're saying about their social media presence. We'll have it all in the information section way down here, so keep on scrolling. And you'll see it all. Hit these guys up. Listen to their music.
It's just www.commoninterestband.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Website.
You
all
can
right.
contact us from that if you want. I get kind of concerned when I get emails from it, though, so I'll respond as soon as I can.
Cool.
Spam.
It just confuses me.
Spam. Well, is there anything else you guys were?
What do you want to say? Someone say something. Follow us.
Yeah.
Follow it.
They're very
Come to
humble
our
as a band.
shows. Tip us.
Yes.
Trying to afford college.
We need gas money.
Send them a
do.
message or two. Ask them to do some live stuff so you can maybe set up live sessions. People can donate through PayPal or something like that.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty cool. Just so you can get yourself out there, even though you're not on stage, you can do what
Yeah.
you love.
Yeah.
And you'll hear some cool music. It's been great having you guys here, though.
Thank you for having
Thanks for
us.
having
Thank
us.
Can't wait to see what you guys have in store in the future.
Yeah. If there's nothing else, this has been East Tennessee Music Scene on the Rise. I'm Bobby Moore. This is Scott Thomas. This is Common Interest. Go follow them. Look up all their stuff down at the bottom of the. Yeah, you know where it is.
Way down here.
We'll talk to you guys later. Peace.